Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you the best Lumina farms in Clair Obscur Expedition 33. So I got an updated video here to show you a faster way to get the most Lumina possible if you want to max out your builds. Now the first place we're going to be going to, this is the absolute best in the game. It can only be done once however, so just make sure that you save this. And it's nice because it's after a boss that we would have fought in the game, and if you return to this area there's a new boss to fight and it has an insane amount of Lumina. So we have to go back to Old Lumiere here, so what you're going to do is just run in through here and I'll take you through the path on how to get to this new location. As soon as you arrive in Old Lumiere, we're just going to go back to this flag right up here. And we're going to travel to the entrance fast travel point. This is where we would have fought Renor earlier in the game, and this opens up a new spot for us. So we can just run right past or fly right past this merchant here, and we're just going to run on down. There is another way we can get there's actually a few ways to get a ton of Lumina in this game, which I'll be breaking down just to make it easier if you don't have this location. But you're just going to run around to this section over here, and then you go right past these golden swords here. And there's going to be a new flag that we can get. Normally we would have went down that way, but we're going to go to the right here. So just hang a right, see these more golden swords there, and the Expedition 42 flag. So this is the train station runes. You may have this unlocked, but if not, we're going to go right here and then run on over to this spot here. So there's going to be a little spot that you can drop down to get down even lower. And you're going to see a chromatic dancier over here. So we're just going to run up and fight this. Now, there's a few things that I want to note regarding this fight. You don't want to do it for too long because, especially if you're playing on console, it can bring some issues, especially performance-related issues. I would not recommend doing this for over an hour. I've spoken to a few different people, and if they didn't do it for over an hour, they were fine. Now, the Contorso weapon for Verso here is extremely useful because it can double the amount that we're going to get. So I'm just going to skip turns here. We don't want to actually hurt the Chromatic Danseus themselves because these clones will give us 5 Lumina each. So now this is when we want to get to attacking them, and we'll just go ahead with fighting them. You want to take them out as quickly as possible because that is going to give us our Lumina. So that's one that we took down. Now we got, I'll go to Monoko here and get him to fight this one. And once you fight them, they get 5 Lumina each. Now, we want Verso to be the one that fights them because with his special Contorso weapon, it can do a lightning strike, which will actually double the items that you get back from fighting bosses. So that can be really nice. Now, we took those both out. I'll show you, it gets pretty crazy. They'll continually keep summoning clones, and we want to have Verso go next. So the thing is, if you take out these clones, it's going to summon in more and more, and it won't actually end up attacking you. So you can go ahead here with this, and then we'll just go fight. The Contorso weapon with those lightning bolts is what gives us that though, so you want to use Verso to take the enemy out if possible, and it just keeps summoning clones. Now if you notice your performance goes into the gutter, you might want to watch that and maybe end this, so fight the boss itself. So they have these little particle effects below them that if that starts to build up too much, that's what causes the lag. So I would only recommend doing this like 30-40 minutes roughly. But the nice thing is with the Contorso weapon, since it's doing that lightning damage, it's actually going to be able to take out both of these. So the cold ones and the fire ones will actually resist an elemental damage type. So yeah, with this, we don't have to worry about that, and we get double the Lumina for it. And whenever you're done, you can just finish them off with an attack like that. And you'll see we got a ton of color of Lumina there. So yeah, you can continue to spam this as much as you want. If you fight just these spawns, it's just going to continue and continue. But again, I want to mention that you shouldn't do it past the 50 mark point, or 30-40 minute mark, because then it can cause you to lag and end up losing maybe your Lumina that you worked for. Now, the next location isn't really a farm. However, it's a really good way that a lot of people probably didn't know that you can get a bunch of Lumina. So go to the Gestral village here. Once you're there, you're just going to run up. You can also challenge Grour if you haven't already, which will give you a nice weapon, especially if you missed the metal weapon for Maelle earlier in the game. So you can talk to Barami here, and you can show them the expedition journals. So all the ones that you've collected, he'll say fabulous, and then you'll get some color of Lumina points for doing that. So that's really nice. Just an easy way to give yourself some more Luminas, and you probably haven't done this yet. So yeah, you can see there, just really nice. And he's just one of the first merchants here whenever you get into the Gestral village, so just want to showcase that. The next farming location is going to be at the Monolith, so once you made it to the end of Act 2, there's a fantastic farm there as we approach Act 3. One of the most unfortunate parts of going back to the monolith is this flag right here doesn't actually let you fast travel. So yeah, you got to run all the way down there. So you got to run all the way to this little hole here, and then we'll make our way in. And once you're inside a monolith here, you're just going to go activate this, and now we can finally fast travel. So this will take us to, well, we want to go to the tower peak here. So once we arrive at this location, so this is where we fought Renoir another time, and we're just going to turn around and run back this way. So there's a really nice trick here, so we can run and fight a boss fight and continually do this. This is going to be one of the best early to, I guess, after the end of Act 2. So you can just run past the Clair Obscurs here, and there's an actual fight over here that we want to get to. So you do have to rope your way over there. This does take a little bit of time, but it's going to be the best available till we can get to one of the late game farms if you've already done the one that I posted at the start of this video. So yeah, you just run over here, you can see this little grapple spot, and then you're just going to run up over here, and there's a Clair Obscur, and it's repeatable. This is a boss fight that you can continually keep doing, so you're just going to run up, get into the fight. They shouldn't be much of an issue later on in the game, so you can just go ahead taking them out, and every single time that you do that, you're going to get a nice 5 Lumina there. And again, with the Corn Torso weapon, you can actually end up doubling that, and you'll also get some Chroma Catalyst as well, so that's a nice way to upgrade your weapons. And it's pretty simply just run back to the flag, rest, and it'll repeat this boss endlessly. Now after leaving the monolith, we can go into the middle of Siren and Visage here, and we're going to go to Renoir's drafts. This is a late game area, but it's going to be one of the best places for us to farm because there's 2 really good ones here. So not only is this location stunning, it's home to one of the best. So we actually want to go to the Golden Tree spawn. Maybe that's an Elden Ring reference. What we'll do once we get here, though, is there's a couple really good fights. We're not going to go down that way. We can actually run up over here, and this creation that we can fight will give us a good amount. So we can fight this, but there's another one in this area. Setting up to use Elemental Genesis with Luna here is a good option for overall damage. You can set up with also the Elemental Trick there, but yeah, this is a very devastating attack that's going to take out roughly both of them there, and especially with the Cheater Picto, this makes it even better. And then you also got your gradient attacks for the Tremor if you wanted to use that as well. And Minoko is also really great here with his Sakapatat fire, so this one's really beneficial because you can actually hit all the enemies at once with this, and it does quite a bit of damage as well. And boom, every time you take these out, you're going to get a couple color Lumina and actually quite a bit of experience. You can almost level your characters up here. So after fighting that creation, there's another one over there, but we're going to run up to here, and then you can go up to this merchant here, this Grour. Also cool, there's a Siren boss over there, but whenever you go to talk to him, you can actually just go and chat with him. You go to trade, and then you can fight the merchant. You can fight the merchant every single time, and Maelle works really well here. There's a few different strategies we can use. So with Pictos that make sure that we move first, we got 2 items or 2 skills that we want to do. So using Last Chance will put us at 1 health point or refill all our action points. You can see I already got max action points, but this is actually going to trigger something very powerful. You can leave this till a little bit later if you wanted to, but there's Pictos that'll increase your overall damage when you're below 10% health, so you can just go with this to reduce your overall health, but it's going to be worth it. Also, if you have the shortcut Picto, it'll actually let you move again if you don't have the cheater equipped. But Phantom Strike here, very high void damage to all enemies, 4 hits, and it also gives you gradient charge as well. So you can go ahead with this attack, and it's just going to shred them all just like that. So yeah, it's pretty strong. And you can just continually do this over and over again. This is without doing the final stand, remove all your health, but she does do a lot of damage. You can also just go with the Last Chance again here to reduce your health overall. I'd recommend doing that because that 50% boost to your damage is massive and lets you go do a ton of damage. And then a Stend Hall to finish him off. So you can do either of those techniques. It's just really nice because then you'll just continually keep getting Lumina and Lumina. I accidentally skipped it there, but you got that extra color Lumina. Again, that is just the Phantom Strike, deals high void damage to all the targets, and you can go like that again and just finish them all off once again. And if you get unlucky and he's got 1 point of health left, you can just finish him off just like that. So yeah, you can continually do this. You'll get a bunch of Chroma Catalyst and Color Lumina there, and good amount of experience too. So there's also another one that you can fight just right down over here. So there's another creation fight that you want. If you wanted to, you could do that one as well. Just continually keep getting more Lumina. So those are the best strategies. The first one I think is the absolute best, but it does have some lag issues, so you can only get so many. You need 1,700 different Luminas to be able to maximize every single character. So yeah, try these out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you got any questions, feel free to leave them below as well. Hit the subscribe button if this video was useful, and I'll see you all in the next video.